You didn't even wash your hands. Hey, I'm Austin.
And I'm Ryan. And this is the Spring Chat,
Where we talk all things Disney.
resorts,
Shopping. Food. You can catch us at 8:30 on Thursday nights on
Facebook, YouTube.
Twitch, and now Spotify on Amplified Network.
Hey guys, thanks for joining us here at the Amplified Network. Your show will begin in just a few minutes, but first I want to go on ahead and shout out to our awesome sponsors. First, we have the Mouse Merch Box. It is an official Disney subscription box. It is $60 quarterly if you subscribe, or $70 per box. It's going to come with $120 to $150 worth of exclusive Disney apparel and merchandise, so definitely check that out. If you do decide that you want to check them out, we do have a coupon code for you. Coupon code is going to be Springs20 for 20% off of your order. Next, we have the Great Adventure Supply Company. Great Adventure Supply Company is really cool. They have a bunch of 80s and 90s themed pop culture themed Disney and theme park apparel. So if you're like me, you miss the 90s, you love that style. They recently released some new exciting additions to their store. Be sure to check them out. And we also have a coupon code for the Great Adventure Supply Company that's going to be Magic15 for 15% off of your order. So thank you so much for joining us. We greatly appreciate you and our sponsors. So stay tuned here on the Amplified Network. Your show will be coming up soon.
The light is on.
Even though we're pre-recorded, it's great.
Woo!
Woo! Live on this hot-ass Tuesday.
117 degrees.
How was
100.
Carnival, by the way? I would have worn my... Is that the... Did you wear that out this weekend?
Yes, I wore...
See, mine, if I had wore it for like 3 days already, I would have worn my Jamaican one, but mine has been taking a beating. I had to do, not a college, a high school graduation for 2 kids at my dad's job. I've never played so much country in my life.
Drink the water now. That's all I have to say.
Yeah.
I'm tired. I'm wet. I'm just... It was a great experience. Orlando Carnival 2019.
Yeah, for the rest of you celebrate Memorial Weekend, us Islanders, we celebrate not being from here. So we just flood the Citrus Bowl in like an entire city block.
Yeah.
Times 5. And then we get up at 6 in the morning, mount on trucks with 1,000 speakers, and just blast all the reggae and soca and whatever music we have.
Such a great weekend.
I saw the freaking the daggering going on at your thing. When Duel mounted that chick like a horse, and then I'm like, Vance is in the element right now.
I mean, there was
like the fact that he was like legit like planking on this woman's back, and then did a full 360 like a Tony Hawk skater move, and then proceeded to go back into like grinding. I'm like, yep.
He saw the roly
but
poly.
I can feel the heat through the phone. I'm like, I don't want to be there.
My guy, like for real, it was hot, but I mean my man really took that roly poly and he made it his own. I mean, he just came here. He said, "King me," and he just owned it. It was such a great experience. It's so much fun. Thieving wines, drinking, listening to great music. I got to see Moto. I was happy. That's all I wanted to see. Moto de, Moto de, Moto de.
What island for people that don't know?
Oh, I'm from the Bahamas, so
Jamaica.
yeah.
Also, shout out to everybody who behaving themselves at Carnival. I've been going for like 20 years. I haven't heard anybody getting like beat up, shot, stabbed. Never seen any fights
It's
break out.
positive energy.
Meanwhile, Rolling Loud was just like a place where the feds went wild the last month.
Damn.
Like
But you-
people's tour buses got shot up, people got arrested, people got jumped, and that was just the artist.
Damn. That's a shame. But you know where it's another safe place, another fun spot to go to?
Where?
Here at the Anime Club.
Hey,
Your anime safe
I
haven.
give that segue an A+.
Hey, there you go. So, what's going on, my friend? It's been a little while since I've seen you. I'm still hurt. I'm still sore, but I'm still here. I got this, and I might break out into Soka any minute from now.
I was gonna go, but I was like, you know what? I'm working, and it's too hot for this ish. Normally, I come in the studio dressed like any dude in the early 2000s. I come in with sweats on and shorts on underneath in case I got a hoop on anybody on the way here. I just came in shorts. It's too hot for that.
I came in shorts, and I was just
I'm amazed you wore the Broly long sleeve.
I haven't worn an anime short shirt in a little while on the show, so I was just like, I probably should get back on that.
For those of you who don't know, we now have a new mascot. Everyone meet Tyrion. He'll eventually show up on camera. He puts the bone
Yay!
down. He's also very behaved. He knows sit.
Only when you have something for
Other
him.
commands are pending. Hi, Amp, by the way. He's just awakened from his beauty sleep. He had to take care of his mane, rest up well.
Yep.
All right, we'll jump in. We have all our stuff in this time, or at least mine. So shout out to all of our people who came to hang out once again at MegaCon. Appreciate everybody who put us in all their little personal status reports. Sorry to the K-pop panel that bombed after us.
Sorry I wasn't there. Life, obligations, work, all that beautiful stuff.
You shared the feed. That's all that matters. We spread the love around here.
There you go.
Yeah. Shout out to Press with Jess, the who was it? The Valencia Voice. I didn't know they had a newspaper, but apparently they do. We made the cut. According to them, I attended the panel.
Wait, we're on a newspaper?
Apparently.
We're on a newspaper.
I also attended a panel hosted by Amplified Network to learn more about podcasting.
Oh,
Questions
guys, there goes a puppy.
Hey, it's Tyrion, everybody. Please don't look me in the ear.
Yeah.
Hosted a panel by Amplified Network to learn more about podcasting. Questions about how to start and continue a podcast were addressed. One tip to take away from the panel was not to focus on your number of listeners. Which we do. We just come in to have fun, really.
I mean, it's our safe haven.
Thank you to them. Thank you, MegaCon, for retweeting us. Thank you to all my people in the Pokemon Go Orlando Discord who showed up. You guys were great. And shout out to Come See Orlando, which apparently is like a Facebook page for big and small things people could come see when they're touring. So apparently they took some photos and got us on their Facebook page.
Look at that. We are famous. Look at us.
All right, now into some mixed news. Pokemon Go. How do you feel about slacking Community Day?
Like I said the last time, I'm more upset that I just recently evolved mine, and now he's going to get a better move.
I'm still offended I got Brave Bird when I, 30 minutes into Community Day. Oh, would you like to learn a second move? Brave Bird. What would you like? What else did I fix it to? I got him Overheat and
Fire Spin?
Fire Blast. One of the two. I'll check it in a second. All I know is I did like 2 or 3 of my extra HMs just for him to reset to how I was in the beginning.
Waste of time.
I tried to get Blaze Kick. I think I got Overheat and Fire Blast. Got rid of Overheat. And then I learned, I think, Fire Spin. Got rid of Fire Spin. Learned Brave Bird again. Got rid of Brave Bird. Back to Overheat. And I'm like, you know what? I've wasted enough. Also, there was like a lack of raids that day, which was weird. Like, there was 2 total in a 3-hour span.
I would not have remembered because by the time I got to the airport and I saw that, I was just like...
What are you doing at the airport?
Picking up a friend.
Okay, I was about to say, where are you going?
Nowhere yet.
Going back to the Bahamas or what?
I would love to. That would be such a great vacation. I need it.
Okay, last time I went was on a cruise, and I found out there's like a tourist beach, and there's like a not tourist beach. And then if you go to the not...
Yeah, Amp.
He's all good. He's playing with his new puppy. Oh, I see who ownership goes to.
Oh, did we need to get her mic? Or you need to speak into your mic because we're missing out on your comedic gold.
Happy now?
I guess so, yeah.
Last time I went back to your homeland, I now understand how people get caught in riptides. Your beach straight up disrespected the hell out of my ankles. Like, I'm walking, and, like, even the island's like, we're not going swimming today. I'm like, what the? I'm looking at the clouds, and it can't be that bad. Hey, get your sister, get to front, get upon the water. I'm like, it can't. Until I was walking on the beach and I felt my ankle get snatched from under me. I did like 6 barrel rolls into the water, and when I got spat back up by the wave, I was further on the beach than where I started, and I got up just looking like somebody who just got violated at a party. I was like, I'm ready to go home now. Like sand was all in my eye, my ear, and dude just looking at me on the beach. Me tell you not get upon the water. Now this, I'm like, man, shut up, I'm going home. Back on the boat. Take me back to America. That was the first, I understand now how people get caught on riptides, but I did the smart thing where I don't panic, you just ball up and wait until they're done with you. So that thing legit dragged me this way and spit me back up here when I started here.
God damn. Ooh. That was funny.
It didn't even hurt. I just felt violated. All right, enough of our island talk. So I don't even know what the move is yet. Only reason I'm going outside for community day is because they're cutting down the distance on the
eggs.
Yes, egg distance, which I again thought they would do this time. Knew they weren't going to do it. It was an incentive to go walking. Also, did anyone else get low weekly rewards?
I kind of got robbed.
Adventure Sync apparently has been active. I got I think it said I walked 2 kilometers all week, which I know is BS.
I didn't get any rewards.
I got
I'm
really? I got 3 Pokeballs as my weekly reward.
I
didn't get anything.
I literally barely made the 50-kilometer mark by 11:30. I was just
apparently Adventure Sync there's something off with the update to where it's not linking up correctly. So everyone in the Facebook group was like, did anyone else get robbed? So I'm looking, I'm like,
my rewards
didn't do as much walking and lifting as I did this week. I know I didn't do a lot, but I know I didn't enough to at least get 5 or one of the 3 rewards. 5 Pokeballs. Also, it's been a week since Community Day, and somehow I've already re-upped on all my items. I spent 200 total. I went from 650 to 400, and now I'm back at 629.
Damn.
I just keep throwing away Pokeballs.
I need to use more stuff. I'm running out of space, and I'm just not about this
Honestly,
whole
what I've been doing is after we get done here, or every night if I'm out on the road, I go find one gym that I know will be left alone until morning, and I will just sit there and take it over. The one at my post office and everywhere in Ocoee City Hall, because they're doing construction, so some of the areas are blocked off, but you can walk. I just go and hit one of those at night, and then I know by the time I wake up, Buddha from the gym, here's your 50 coins. What pisses me off is one time I got kicked out at 11:59. You couldn't wait for me to get that extra minute so that I could roll over to the next day. And he had been there for 12 hours.
I remember I was on my way to Eustis to go see my girlfriend, my fiance actually.
She lives in Eustis? I'm thinking of Texas. Never mind. I thought you said Houston.
What did you say?
We'll talk later.
No. What was that sentence?
We'll talk later. So,
wait, are we what?
Yeah. Can we not do this right now?
No,
we're recording. We have literally minutes.
We got time.
No, we don't. We have to talk about anime. This is not My Life, the sequel.
It is now.
Oh my God.
He runs this thing.
Irregardless of
he's our best guy programming director.
Oh my.
So what he says,
irregardless of the fact, going to Eustis.
People.
Going to Eustis. Some church was there, and what was it? I went there and I dropped off a Flareon. I didn't get it back till 3 days later.
Is this when you proposed?
I thought you were already engaged, honestly.
I keep slipping.
Because you keep holding the thing up every time I bring it up on
He's
camera.
slipping live.
I keep switching it back and forth. I don't know why.
So
I
you're
can't just say the F word.
Dude, I'm like, oh, okay, so Vance has got got wedding bell day coming soon. I didn't know you hadn't done it yet.
Done what, the
I
wedding?
didn't even know you were going to do it.
We can talk about this later.
We didn't even see photos on Facebook. We feel so
I know. I feel left out.
Oh my goodness, I'm not doing this today.
How'd you do it? Did you take the knee? Did you bend the knee?
I mean, someone's knee was bent.
Did you take an arrow to the knee?
There was an arrow shot somewhere, but not the knee.
Thanks, Cupid.
That's gross.
That's for you thinking that way. I was talking about her heart.
Sure. Anyways, so how'd you ask?
Technically, I got asked first.
Whoa! What? You got asked? So she bent the knee for you.
Yes, last year Valentine's Day.
Last year? What?
Yeah.
So am I late on the news or is he late? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I'm pretty sure I'm late now.
He's late because I knew him when that happened.
But as far as like, the actual bended knee thing, you just did that recently.
She did it first.
She did it first, and then what'd you do? Do it a year later?
I went and I got her a ring, and I did the same thing back.
I never knew she bent the knee first.
My bad. She bent the knee first.
Yeah, your bad. You didn't tell me. Brah.
He is so hurt.
Yee.
More hurt than all these WWE breakups y'all keep having.
Listen, I'm trying to behave myself. I'm trying not to say what I really want to say, so I'm just.
Which is what?
We'll do it off camera. Moving on.
I'm
So
still in my carnival vibes right now. I'm trying to
My
behave.
God.
I
Okay,
don't
that's
want no
another thing
one
about Carnival.
woman.
Some of the women out there are dressed in like
Anime.
nothing.
Anime.
And we respectfully don't look. We
Anime.
behave ourselves. I'm giving you
Anime.
a plus here. Shut up and take it.
Anime.
Vance was a good boy this weekend.
Jesus Christ. I know I was a good boy.
But yeah, I'm just weird that like Slack off is pink, and then his second form, regular color, third form. I don't see the difference. Exclusive moves. Look at it. It goes from pink to like his regular colors. I'm
It's
not
orange.
Really, is it?
Yeah.
Is his nose normally a different color?
It's red normally.
That's not much of a difference. The fact that
We're talking about the Pokemon company.
it's weird
here.
that it starts off pink.
Meh.
So 3-hour lures, please don't be an a-hole and put the wrong type of lure down now that we have like multiple ones. Because apparently some people's community days got ruined by the Eevee lures.
Eevee. Oh, so yeah, I remember you. I remember you talking about that last week about the
So
whole.
if you put like a grass lure down for grass Pokemon, and this is a ground type, everyone's stuck hunting grass types at that spot for 3 hours.
Ooh, now I want to be a jerk.
Some people apparently went to Cranes early, like to put down, like Cranes was early to put down lures and make sure no one else ruined it.
Jesus. Well, then you can do like team sabotages. Like you can go to like a spot that's normally like covered by reds, and you can just be like, well, I'm just gonna drop a grass thing here, so you can't get like a fire. If there's like a fire type weekend, you be like, oh, here's a grass type thing, guys. Bye.
Yeah. So I think they normally do like half, but the fact that it's now quarter egg distance, I'm gonna try to save it for another community day box and try to get I want to see if I did one multi already and it was trash. I want to see if I can hatch 9 at once. That and mostly I want to try to get rid of all my 2K and 5Ks and try to rack up as many 10K eggs as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Because I keep getting a lot of Dratinis. I feel like there's a shiny waiting for me somewhere.
Yeah, good luck.
Although
You have better luck getting a shiny Baneri.
I mean, I would take a shiny. Did you actually get one, or was that a Apom I'm thinking of?
Not binary.
All right. On to some better Pokemon-related
Summer
news.
Legendary lineup. Apparently, this starts now until June 18th.
Mhm.
Or Cresselia is now here from May 27th, June 18th. Kyogre, June 18th to June 27th. Groudon, June 27th to July 10th. And apparently, there's like a higher shiny chance. Still no Rayquaza, though, which people are upset about.
I'm surprised now that I'm thinking about it. How are you going to drop Cresselia and not Darkrai?
Is Darkrai... Have we passed Darkrai's generation?
They're in the same generation.
Is Cresselia like the light version of Darkrai? Like,
Yeah, it's like the lore behind it. They're both like dream-based Pokemon. So
like I've seen the movie, which I was like, I like the concept for the Pokemon, and like, I always like when Pokemon can kind of like talk back.
mm-hmm.
So Darkrai is a He has like different forms too, right?
No, he doesn't have
doesn't?
different forms.
I feel like I remember him doing something trippy, transform-ish in the movie.
He made it look like he had legs.
That was it. That right there. That's what I'm talking
He
about.
does not have legs. He hovers,
Just like the Red Skull, apparently.
apparently, which is kind of cool. But yeah, I'm surprised because they're technically both a pair, just like I don't remember the other General 4. I know Shaman, and there was one more Generation 4 Legendary in there. Heatran? Was it Heatran that I'm thinking of?
I don't even know what generation Heatran was for, but
He's Generation 4.
He was probably my most... This is why I get jealous that I don't have T-Mobile. If I could get scam likely, I would be so happy. These people keep calling from numbers that are like a digit off from mine. Do you really think I'm going to pick up?
But what's it called? Yeah, I'm really surprised they didn't drop Darkrai. So that was a fail because then they gave us back Kyogre and Groudon, and who else?
Cresselia, which I think this is all their second or third time around.
So Cresselia's been out here before. Like
I feel like I remember before I got way back into it, I feel like Cresselia has had a go-through already. I may be wrong. If you're watching it, you have, tell me.
I mean, if anything, Cresselia is a good tank. So I mean,
I don't know why
They
I
could
thought
take
Heat
hits.
Ran was gonna be like massive, and it's like this little nugget when you actually have it.
it's not Nugget. It could,
He compared to like how big he is in the raid and how big some of the other legendaries are when you use them. Heat Ran is just like
probably the scaling was messed up because in the handheld games he was He was
I'm
bigger
saying,
than
like,
your
when I had to like Google him and see how he looked like this giant size of a mountain type thing, and then when you use him in battles, he's like this.
Itty
Meanwhile,
bitty.
Kyogre and Groudon are like these towering beasts, along with like Palkia and Dialga, and Heat Ran's just like maybe it's because he's on all fours.
You know, it's another discussion we need to have on Anime Club because you know that Kyogre and Groudon has like their premial evolutions, like their overpowered mega evolutions. The first Pokemon to do it was Dialga in Pokemon Dungeon, and no one talks about that.
Was that the one where you had to play as the Pokemon?
Yeah, and you're like a rescue team
I
thing.
always wanted to play that and the Pokemon Park Ranger ones, and I just never got into
Pokemon
them.
Ranger was fun. It's just it gets repetitive after a while, but
I could see that with the whole circle mechanic, and you got to trap all of them, and then you
Yeah,
don't
but-
really get to use Pokemon.
yeah, but it's more or less like a puzzle game, really.
That's
so
what I heard.
it was fun for the most part. It kept me busy. But speaking of Pokemon handheld games, so we guys are getting a Pokemon Sword and Shield live stream on the 5th. That's going to give us more gameplay and screenshots and all that good stuff. So we'll get to see more mechanics, and we get to see a couple of the new Pokemon introduced in Generation 8.
So is Nintendo even going to E3, like at all? 'Cause that seems to be the bit. Besides all the people dropping 40-minute diss videos on each other, YouTube seems to be the cesspool of like, we don't know what's coming to E3, and that used to be the most exciting event for gamers. Now they're just like, we'll live stream it on YouTube, watch it there. Like I'm learning more from YouTube and Facebook ads that I don't want to watch against my will. Like I didn't know there was a Gears of War 5 coming.
Really?
Apparently,
Oh.
which I was confused. I never finished Gears 3, but I was confused because the people in Gears 3 aren't even the bad guys from 1 and 2. So I'm like, where the hell did these people come from? And then I fell off when Judgment, which I have for free from Xbox and still never played. And my life is just busy. I have like games in plastic now I still have not opened. Like I have Twisted Metal Black and Season 4 of The Walking Dead. Or Season 3.
Season 3.
Of the Clementine
I'm still waiting
story.
for The Last of Us. I have not watched any of it or played any of it, but The Last
The Last of Us 2 looks good. I didn't
Yes.
know Ellie went down the girls who like girls route. Apparently, I missed that whole. Like, I watched a playthrough of everything in Last of Us 1, and apparently I just missed. That just went over my head. Because apparently I think she has a girlfriend in 2. And
that's what it opened up with.
That's supposedly going to be a catalyst for, like, a lot of the ish that goes down.
Okay. All right, what we got next on the docket?
So, Cresselia raid. All right, so this was apparently trending on Twitter. I don't know if it's like an official day, but Team 4-Star got my attention. First cartoon crush, first video game crush, first anime crush.
All right. And we're going to extend this out to everybody watching, all the viewers. So, what's it called? Just replay that last part and answer that question for us in the comment section so we can come back and talk about that next week. So, who do you have first? Because
I'm trying to think. Like, I had, like, anime couples that I liked more so than I had, like,
crushes.
character. Yeah, I had, like, characters, like, I want to see.
So more anime ships than anime crushes.
Basically, like, first cartoon crush, like, first couple I wanted to see, like, together was Wallaby Beetles and Kuki Sanban from Kids Next Door, number 3 and number 4.
Oh, okay. I see what you did there.
For me, it was Kari and TK in Digimon.
That works, too.
See, I felt bad for Damon, what's his name? From the one that had Vmon?
Davis.
Davis. Because
God, he's annoying.
Yo, Team 4-Star's version of him was so funny. Oh, God. But, I mean, he liked her. I was just like, I can push them together. But I feel like I'm in the same boat with you because I really didn't be like, wow, that's the really hot anime character. Like, I can get behind that. I mean, if I had to, like, choose one that was, like... See, it's biased because it's going to be Bulma because Dragon Ball Z.
That's not a... honestly, I don't hear Bulma that much. I always hear the Bulma versus Chi-Chi debate, but everyone who has that argument is never like,
But see,
that's my
Chi-Chi
anime
gets
waifu.
But see, my thing is Chi-Chi gets on my nerves because it's just like you're trying to make Goku something that he's not, and then here comes Vegeta, and Bulma's just like, all right, do whatever you want. And they're both rich.
When you think about it, Bulma is low-key... a pushover / like Kim K version in the DBZ world where
But see,
Chi-Chi's literally a ride or die. Literally ride or die.
No, Bulma's ride or die too, but Chi-Chi's just a pushover, but she's just going to fight you for 5 minutes, and then she's like, go ahead and do what you want. It's just
You
like,
at least know Chi-Chi has a spine, though. Like, when you look at Vegeta, he is technically Kanye West in the Dragon Ball verse.
actually, we're going to flip that. I think Bulma, because Bulma be getting on Vegeta. She got him wet.
And I guarantee you, Kanye gets the business at home. Like, this woman isn't somebody that has already been ran.
And you got to remember, too, Vegeta said it. Saiyans only like women that are, like, just as strong as them or some mess like that, like strong women, and Bulma be running his shit. She'd be like, you gonna do this, and this is what we gonna do.
I think it's funny that in the manga, they finally said, if I could pull the panel up fast enough without wasting too much time,
Oops.
I would. Where it's like, I don't see the big deal what you need to be here for. I wasn't even there when both my kids were born. He's like, I get that you train your kids as a father, but I have no idea how you're still married.
See?
Because when you think about it, he showed up for like, what, a couple months, Cell Games, knocks up Chi-Chi, dies, leaves again, comes back for 1 day 5 years later, then leaves for probably a little bit more, and then it's like, all right, guys, wish me back. So Goten was just fatherless for like the first 5-6 years of his life.
Exactly.
Shows up and is like, should I see my wife and kids? Nope. Tournament.
And then runs away to save the world again.
When you think about all the fan service, though, that Dragon Ball has had, pretty much everyone has seen Bulma without clothes at some point. Goku was the first at, like, Goten's age. Yamcha was already, her and Yamcha.
And that shower scene.
Her and Yamcha were also a thing for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And then she ended up dating the dude
Who killed
murdered
him.
basically. Sounds like a very Kardashian move. Tell me that is not like a very Kardashian move. And basically, so then you have a kid and get married, and everyone else in the crew is like, we've either hit it or seen it already.
But, I mean, why would it be really a Kardashian move? I mean, she's just going through the phases of dating. It was just Yamcha was a scrub. He didn't really, and basically, he was really the Kardashian, if anything, because he was just going out here just, I don't want no one woman.
Comparison, what is it? Yamcha and the Z Fighters were OKC, and Vegeta was like Golden State. And she's Kevin Durant in this situation.
And she did what's best for her because OKC is just, they're playing Moto. I don't want one woman. He wants plenty woman.
To all my Bucks fans, it's okay to cry. I just want to let y'all know.
We all knew Kawhi was going to destroy that.
I just, as hopeful as they got, I thought this was really going to be it.
Well, you know what? We could talk about that more on 60 Minutes Suspension.
Later tonight. Yeah, we're knocking all these out today.
There you go.
But yeah, if I had a wife of one of those two, it'd definitely be Chi-Chi. Because whether or not you like her method, she at least was doing what was best for their kids, with or without their father around, was willing to wait until she saw him again, 10 years later after they were kids, and was like, we're getting married. Shows up 10 years later at the tournament to be like, you made me a promise and you're going to keep it.
I'm not saying that, I don't like her or anything. She's just very slightly annoying.
Oh, facts.
That's all it is. I love Chi-Chi to death. Chi-Chi is a very great character. She's a very big, important part to the story. She's just very annoying.
Remember.
And it's so much annoying to the fact that Toriyama hated drawing her. So that's why we didn't see.
I never knew that.
He did not like drawing Chi-Chi.
Remember, she even went to scrap for Gohan and Lord Slug.
She did.
She came in with what a Team 4-star called the kick of 1,000 menstrual cycles.
Yep.
So she at least came in to scrap for her son and her husband.
No, she rides for her family. No, I like that part. I like everything about Chi-Chi except when she nags. Like when she's just like, no fighting. And it's just like, you married a man that loves the fight. Where is the logic in this?
That's my other thing. Like when Trunks was like, if we're all talking about morals right now, either, I think, what was the other option? Either cheat or stop beating the fate of the world on death matches.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. But let's go on to the next thing. So
it was like regular cartoons, like non-anime age. What would be your first cartoon crush or ship? So mine is number 3 and number 4 from the Kids Next Door.
Dude, I don't go that far into cartoons like that.
All of the shows you watched growing up, as far as regular Cartoon Network, you never saw two characters. You're like, I hope they have a kid or something in the future, or we get a future glance.
It's called Akami Ga Kill, and it's just God, just trust issues.
I didn't finish Adventure Time, but I saw the finale. I felt bad that Finn, out of everybody.
Oh, that hurt too. Actually, yeah.
There
you go. I got you.
The fact that Finn went through all those relationships. And all his, every girl in that show ended up with somebody else except Finn. And, the fact that 2 of his crushes ended up with each other.
Okay, well,
Like the Marceline and bubblegum thing caught me off guard.
it was kind of there. You could have saw that coming.
It was there, but then they said it at a convention, and then they retconned it at Twitter. It's like, you guys get way excited about shippings way too easily. I was joking. And then they wrote it back in. I was like, so was it an early whistleblow or what?
So I'm gonna take that back about the whole cartoon thing. I actually have two.
Go ahead.
So Finn and Flame Princess.
That one I was sad to see. Didn't she end up with like Peppermint Butler?
We don't talk about that.
That was just weird. Like, why was he there?
Pepper-
That whole episode was baffling.
No, Peppermint Butler got smart.
And
So
also,
I'm
isn't he like Satan basically?
no, that's not Peppermint Butler. Jesus, Cinnabon.
Cinnabon.
Jesus.
He
Peppermint Butler is the demonic one, but
that was weird that he even ended up in it because he was been kind of like dirt like the first 2 seasons, and all of a sudden he has sense enough to be in a relationship.
well, he just serves her. He's Jon Snow to Daenerys. Like, oh wait, you don't watch Game of Thrones. Let me not.
I'll Google the reference later.
He's just very loyal to his queen. And then my second one is Steven and Connie. So that is
Steven. Those two I like. I like Stevani. I like the fact that like
And Garnet.
I
And
like
Garnet.
that they have musicians and like Disney voice actors to come in and do those. Like the fact that Estelle does Garnet and Nala does, I believe, Rainbow Quartz. She does Rainbow Quartz or Opal. One of those two, I believe. And then did you see like the finale of?
I think it's Opal.
Did you see the finale of Steven Universe?
Of course, I've watched it.
I mean, I don't know how they're gonna do another season after that, but that whole thing had me like tripping. The fact that they legit did every possible combo fusion in like a matter of 30 seconds.
I trust Rebecca Sugar.
I love Rebecca Sugar.
I'm not gonna even question it.
Like, honestly, some of her songs, if you listen to them enough, will make you cry.
Yep,
Like,
always
Stronger
do.
Than You can honestly bring tears to my face if I listen to it on loop.
Mm-hmm.
Also, met Estelle at MegaCon last when I was working. She is a lovely woman.
I got to meet Steven and Connie at FloridaCon, and that was like the best. And I met Peridot. Oh my God, I love Peridot. Peridot was just hilarious.
Okay, did you hear about Cartoon Network getting hacked?
No.
Somebody hacked their website like internationally and was shit posting like random like Reddit threads on Cartoon Network and all kinds of middle finger emojis and just a lot of inappropriate stuff. And one of the things that got posted on the Steven Universe page was a video from Newgrounds called Peridot's Audition. Somebody did a fan-made casting couch video of Peridot, and it was posted on the Adult Swim homepage for like kids and like toddlers to see. Remember, Cartoon Network changed the name of a whole show to avoid kids from looking up swimsuits, and they had this slip up. And I mean, this was on Cartoon Network US, Canada, Germany, Italy, Japan.
I don't want to talk about this because now I got to go look it up. Oh my God.
It was bad. All right, so first, I'm gonna go first anime crush because I think I got video game on the top of my head. Actually, first video game crush, we'll go Rouge the Bat from Sonic, because she came in and made me like Amy Rose even less. Because the whole, if you watch Sonic X Shadow, if you watch Sonic X, the whole her and Knuckles like love-hate relationship was like one of my favorite things about that whole franchise. So the fact that Amy, which it's creepy if you like, I used to think girls who like older guys in elementary school were weird. If you look at their pairing, Amy has been chasing Sonic since she was 8. When she met Sonic, he was 11.
That's kind of like the whole Ash and Serena thing, only I think they're the same age.
I don't know anybody from Auburn, Alabama. I'm going to just let you ring. Wait, the who and what now?
Ash and Serena. Oh,
Which
you don't
is-
watch Pokemon that
I would
far.
say, which one is Serena?
She's from X and Y, the one with the red hat.
Didn't Ash get his first kiss recently?
Canon-wise, yes. But he's had multiple kisses, non-canon in the movies.
True, you're right. The fact that they like censored it though, like they showed the girl leaning in and then they just like
They cut out, and then everybody's face like, did she just do that? And I'm just like, y'all can't really
Also, it
show a
was weird
kiss?
that, like, yes, Ash doesn't age. Well, how old is the girl then technically? If
I feel like this is just like they just pulled a Endgame, and it's just like this is multiple universes, like different iterations of Ash.
I was gonna say, because you're saying like it's a weird pairing for them. How old is she compared to him, who's technically
They're the same
still 10?
age.
So they're both technically still 10, which is weird because I think it's weird that Ash is also meeting other 10. Well, technically Misty's like what, 12 or 16. She's been a gym leader for longer. And then there was the whole thing with him and I don't see people why I tried to push him and Dawn and him and May, and then all three of them met up for one episode, and it was like technically a fight over Ash.
Really, if it's not Misty or Serena, I don't think that, Because Dawn had who was that one person that she was fighting with? Kenny, yeah, the Kenny guy, the one with the print plot.
she was already like.
Yeah,
with
she was
that
already
pairing.
taken with
And
that
the fact
guy.
that she came in after Ash, like, oh, I'm now 10 years old and it's my turn to be a Pokemon trainer. He's technically the same age, but he's still technically older, which makes it weird.
Yeah. So, and then there was May, but May, I don't remember what her love interest was.
So who was your first video game waifu? Crush-ish thing?
Dude, I'm not even gonna lie to you, none. I really don't. I don't think about these types of things.
I don't either. I'm just thinking like, who did I like? As far as like their character, who did I enjoy the most? And I would go with Rouge because Sonic Adventure 1, you get Amy and her story, which was fun to play through. Don't get me wrong. You get Amy, you get her intertwine of the Chaos story in that first franchise, which I think continues on until I think Sonic Colors or Sonic Generations. And I mean, this game was out on Dreamcast. Remember that? So she already had her character developed. So came in at Sonic CD, which was like a CD-ROM, and then I think a Sega Saturn game. So yeah, Sonic. Sorry, Sonic CD was our intro to Metal Sonic and Amy Rose, which later plays on in Sonic Heroes if you finish the game. So you get those two, and it's like, okay, she's that character. I love you, Sonic. And he just, like, nervously is like, no, and runs away every episode.
So he pulled the chowder.
Basically. Minus the, Can we talk about that? Can we talk about how we have all this drama lately about, like, subliminal messages, but most of our male, like, favorite cartoons got, like, sexually assaulted as kids? How many times did Chowder tell Panini no? And she legit would get in this man's clothes and be like, we're getting married.
No.
My
if
favorite
anybody
people, the Ed Boys, got sexually assaulted like every episode.
No, listen. If you ever watch Shiomita, what's it called? The shows I recommended a couple episodes ago, where it was just like they don't allow dirty jokes, and now one girl was just like, oh, you can have my love nectar. That is assault on all
Tenchi
different
Muyo
types.
GXP for a season. That kid didn't catch a break.
No,
he got unwillingly married to like 5 women at the end of that series.
No,
and then he got kidnapped by 5 more.
You know, it was another one.
And when they cut the screen on, the last 30 seconds of the final episode of Tenchi Muyo, he gets kidnapped from his 5 wives, and then there's a screen. Oh, we're getting a message. There's just 5 naked women uncomfortably hugging him, and he's like, please help me. And then the show just cuts off. He's ours now, and they're like, bitch.
Nah, dude. Check this out. Monster Misume. You know that one. The Monster Girls.
I've heard of it. I've seen it. Never looked at it.
Dude,
completely.
so just a quick rundown for everybody. There's this show where, like, girls are, like, like cross species with animals. So you got, like, this one girl that's, like, mixed with a snake.
I think
one
there's
that's
a video game based off of this, and it is very graphic.
Oh, my God.
There's
Did they?
a VR game that people play.
Oh, my God.
And they're just like, hey, guys, just letting you know, we're playing this game. Demonetized, I already know that, but I'm doing this for the channel. Let's go.
Jesus Christ. Nah, the protagonist in that show, I don't even remember his name. That's how bad it is. They all call him darling or sir or something like that. And I'm just like, Jesus. And like literally every episode, this man is assaulted by some mixture of a creature, whether it's a female cow or like I said, they're crossbreed. So it's like a female that is just like half cow. So bear with me when I say like these mixtures here. Or what's it called? There's like a centaur woman, like there's that one. There's the snake one. There's a slime that just like when she's like trying to like put her breast on him.
It's like Shiva and Devora from Mortal Kombat, basically.
Yeah, and she just like when she puts her breast on him, she's made out of water, so he just like slips in, he just starts to drown, and I'm just like, you poor fella, you. Like this is just every episode he's just getting attacked by females, and like in the manga right now, he's in a tournament to see like if he can hold out and not like fall to temptation with a whole bunch of snake women touching him with
Master
nothing.
Roshi in the Tournament of Power. Okay, once again, you can hate the dub all you want. They did a good job with Roshi's episode.
They don't do anything good.
They did. If you watch Roshi's episode, as far as like
they're trash.
His Roshi's episode, Roshi's voice actor did his thing. As far as the eat well, sleep well, take this final lesson from your master. That interaction between Roshi, at an old age in this tournament, still teaching his students in the midst of battle, and then next episode, him and Frost. That whole thing went decent. Say what you want about 109, 110 Ultra Instinct. Yes, I have my gripes. As far as Roshi's voice actor for those 2 episodes where he was the focus, he did his thing.
I will give it a watch, and if I'm not impressed, I'm calling your ass out.
We can argue next week.
I will definitely argue with you next week because
All right,
I just can't. The Japanese dub did it first.
Oh, yeah, I mean, they always do it first, but do you really want it to be like One Piece where it's like, read this in English? Did I pronounce that right? Yep. Cut it. Or do you at least want it to be like, hey, we're at least having fun at our jobs? Because that's what's killing me. Like,
I want them to suffer. I'm just joking. I don't want them to suffer. I want them to have fun, but I
certain
mean,
people want them to suffer because of lawsuits and ish, but we don't talk about that anymore because that story's burnt out.
but see, this is my thing. Like, I don't mind them having fun, but just like keep that same energy like that they're putting out on sub. Like, just.
I think it's because they have so many like hard ass phrases in Japanese that they have like when they put emotion in it, we were like, I don't know what the hell he just said. I got to rewind and read it, but he said that shit.
Well, I mean.
Like when I watched you hate Attack on Titan, but I caught a clip this weekend of Levi versus.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Levi versus the way I read it in the manga, but the way he bitched the Beast Titan, he cut him up like your mom does hot dogs and pork and beans. Like the fact that he's like a hybrid, like he eats other Titans and gets their powers. And
yeah,
Levi
I saw
like,
that.
I used my F-bomb for that. And Levi was like, "Fuck out of here! I do not care. Get that shit out of here."
No, he destroyed that.
Because this,
I will
this
give it.
was
I will call
flinging-
it by its actual name this week. Attack on Titan. This week, it was last week's episode or this week's
I
episode.
think it was this week's recent.
This week's recent episode, Attack on Titan, was actually really,
That dude was
really
like
good.
the Titans are usually just like mindless creatures. This dude was flinging Titans and boulders at them, and Levi just cut through all of that and was like, "I don't care if it's in my way. It's getting sliced."
But they
including
did get warned because he said that flashback, and they were like, "Don't mess with Captain Levi." And he's just like, "Oh, is this the Levi they were talking about?"
And he didn't figure that out until he was already carved up into pieces and on the floor waiting.
He was
to
like,
be
first off, the animation was great.
that's what I appreciate.
The only thing I do have a gripe with, like when he got on his back to like disconnect him from his Titan, the screen went black for some reason. Like it darkened.
I've been noticing that with One Punch Man, Attack on Titan, and I think JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. There are these weird like phases in the episode where the whole screen just goes like dark gray.
Okay, so I'm not tripping. I wasn't
like
the only
the
one that saw
Ultra
that.
Instinct when the anime got all choppy. I'm like, I know I'm not bugging because I'll be watching like when Midoriya's giving like a speech before he does like a Detroit Smash and the screen goes dark. I'm like, why did I just lose all color in my TV? Like,
Yeah, okay, because I was watching it on here. I was watching it on Facebook, and I saw it, and I was like, why did the screen get dark like that? And then like when they switched to the inside, it lightened up. Then switched back to the outside, dark. Switch. And then when they pulled them out, it just stayed bright. And I was like, why did they do that? Like, are they trying to hide something? Because I feel like they're probably trying to hide something in the animation to like make it like look.
Maybe I know I guess they have new censorship rules, maybe, which is why they're not as violent. Because I know that JoJo's has some graphic moments, but then they just put like the black line over it every time, even when they're like smoking.
Oh wow!
'Cause remember, Dragon Ball Z used to be violent as hell. Like
yeah, now we have spit coming out instead of blood.
Yeah, and then when they get holes put in their bodies, it's just black.
Or like, when I wonder if they're just gonna give Gohan a giant black arm walking around now.
True. Like I mean, they did it for Storm 4. I liked it in Storm. At least in Storm 3, they gave you the option: turn the violence on or off. Storm 4 is just like we're just gonna make the arms black.
I hate that.
And then what else? There was a like saying JoJo's when they light cigarettes, it just goes gray, and all you see is like the flame coming from their mouth.
I did. What's it called? I like that meme from JoJo's where it's just like they're just smoke. What's it called? There was a group of guys. They were kicking one dude on the floor.
That one is hilarious. The fact that it's like all three of them jumping one dude, and the first dude's just like.
I was like, what in the world? But where were we going with this? Oh God, I lost.
We were just talking about animes.
Oh, Levi.
Animation, censorships, stuff
Yeah,
like that. So Levi's animation for that whole fight was great.
It was really, really great, except for that like little dark screen part. But that really impressed me this week. Like I was just like, I might watch the rest of the season just because of this part, just to see the build up to it.
Yeah, because the way I'll give them credit for this. The way they're doing it in seasons now, instead of hey, let's work until everyone drops dead and then we'll do a filler for that episode with a different studio.
Mm-hmm.
Like the fact that they're taking their time doing seasons. One Punch Man and Attack on Titan season 3. They're not boring, but where they're at in their story as far as like the manga, they hit some slow parts. Like the human versus human fight with Levi versus Captain Kenny, who was like technically like his stepdad growing up, the man who raised him out of poverty, but he raised him like to hate him, kind of like Levi and Kenny are like a more violent version of not Bakugo, Todoroki and his dad. Like Like the fact that he's
Endeavor and Total and
Endeavor
Half
and
Ice Half Fire guy.
yeah, Endeavor and his son. Levi was like raised in like I think an orphan in poverty, and Kenny was like, "You're coming under my wing whether you like it or not." So Levi is a badass because some things you'll discover later. Also being trained by Kenny. So Kenny's reveal in the first part of season 3 was badass when he's like, because I think Kenny disappeared for a while, and Levi keeps noticing these killings, and he's asking the newbies that are always like, "Is the legend of Kenny still around?" He's like, "Yeah, but that dude's a myth. There's no one really going around killing people." He's like, "I'm telling you, I know this man. I know his tactics. Something isn't right about this." And right then, gunshots come and his cadets get their heads blown off.
Was that in that little shack thing?
No, they were on a rooftop, and then you see all the cadets come up with their specialized human killing gear, and that's when he screams Kenny. So Kenny basically came back to haunt him like a ghost from his past.
Okay, because I remember it was like a season. There was like an episode 3 that was like really good that had something like on the borderline like what you were talking about. It's just, like I said, I don't watch the show. I just when they boost an anime because this.
I'm trying to think of what scene you're talking about because I caught.
They're in like a little saloon type of thing, and
yeah,
he
that
threw
was
a chair.
That was it because Kenny was basically hunting. Like Levi's a grown ass man now, and now Kenny is still an adult talking to him like a child. Like, "Come on out, runt! You can't hide from me."
Yeah, that's what it was. And then he threw a chair out to distract him, and then he.
So
went,
it was
he
cool to read it, but then when you watch it, like they actually turned it into a whole cowboy shootout scene.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you're reading it, you're like, okay, we get this once a month, 40 pages of humans fighting humans again, humans fighting humans again, humans fighting. We were on that for like a year and a half. So the fact that we're breezing through this and the tournament arc of One Punch Man with a steady
Speaking
pace.
of which, how is that? I'm waiting till the season's
hilarious.
over.
It is
it's
hilarious.
Good. I saw a clip where and we're talking about One Punch Man now.
Is it where he beats the dude in the tournament?
No, the kicking guy where he kept trying to blow off his wig.
Yeah.
Is that a good fight?
It's hilarious because once again Saitama's activities and the way he sees the world pisses off everybody who's stronger than him. So that dude, when you meet that dude Suryu, he comes into the tournament. He's like, "Oh yeah, I'm not even here for the prize money. I'm just here because I heard the hero hunter Goro, who's the main villain of this season, was the winner last year. I want to take him on." So like, "Suryu, why are you here? You guys aren't." He's like, "It's not like you guys." And he's like a nice a-hole about it. "It's not like you guys are a challenge for me or anything. I'm just here to hang out and see if I can win again." So he's politely giving everyone the middle finger. So now he's fighting Saitama, and he's like, "I'm hitting with everything I got. Why? His head must be his vital spot." And then you cut to Saitama. "God, I hope he doesn't knock my wig off." And then he's just dodging all of his punches. Like, "I'll teach you what real kung fu is." And then Saitama gets a serious face. "So kung fu are moves that look really cool, badass names." And his whole face just goes black. It's like, this man pisses me off to no end. And then at one point, because of Goro's antics, he came in and stole someone's identity for the tournament. So now if you wear any false things like wigs, you get banned. So Saitama gets banned and technically has already lost. Suryu goes to beat him anyway. Saitama turns around and is like, "Oh, drop my belt." His hip thrust knocks Suryu out of the ring and he's like, "Guess I'll go home now." So now this man is dumbfounded. The fact that he won the tournament, but really he's no longer the people's champion. And Saitama's not even there to fight him anymore. So he does a lot of mental damage unintentionally to his opponent. So that's where we're at right now, and it's hilarious.
Why did he have to wear the wig in the first? You can tell me that at the end. Let's go on.
He was basically Goro beat up one of his friends, and his friend was entered in the tournament, and he realizes Goro might attack again, or I could get some connections to some really strong people.
Oh, so he went undercover.
So he went undercover to be like, I can either fight some strong people or find out what Goro is. Funny thing is, him and Goro met the first episode, and he
knocked him out. Yeah.
He bitched him in 30 seconds. So the fact that you start the season off by letting people know your antagonist is no match for the protagonist is hilarious.
And then Goro is the one that kneed the dude in the face. Because I've seen, like, drawings, like, of that. I seen that panel shot of, like, Goro kneeing some person in the face.
Goro's, like, he basically is using his own style of Master Bang, who was, like, the Master Roshi of this show. He's using his own style of that Kung Fu where he just redirects everyone's energy back at them and is just beating everyone to a bloody pulp.
Nice.
And
I can't wait till the season's over so I can start watching it.
It's honestly, I hope it's not over soon because we're at a juicy point. So if they were to stop halfway and be like mid-season finale, I'd be like, damn it. But back to where we were originally. Sorry for the tangent. First anime crush, first video game crush. Actually, no, we're on first anime crush. That was the last of the 3.
You can skip me because
Who was yours?
I don't have one.
Really? You didn't have a first like childhood? She's cute. Or a first couple maybe you thought should. For me, it was this is technically an anime even though it's from France. Auric and Yumi from Code Lyoko.
It's from France?
Apparently, Moon Scoop was a French anime studio, which explains why the live action, which is out right now, is all in French, with like a weird English dub out.
Then if you're allowed to say that, then Ruby and Sapphire from Steven Universe.
Oh, I mean, by all means, yeah.
All right, next.
Which is funny because if you go to certain countries, they identify some of them, whereas the gems are technically genderless in America.
We all know what they're supposed to be.
It's funny to me. Like, honestly, I don't even see it that way. I just see them as like characters in general, which
Yeah,
is
they're
kind of how I
cool.
like being able to see that. I like that Rebecca Sugar's like whole message behind Steven Universe is like
Talk
no-
talk about your feelings.
not even that, just everyone comes from different walks of life. Everyone has different experiences. My show is just about everyone being accepted despite of who they are, what they might have gone through.
Exactly.
Like the fact that she's such a humble person. Like she's such a sweetheart.
She's
And
literally
the fact that like I don't, like
the
her
best.
dad has a YouTube channel and he has like ukulele versions of all her like all the songs on Steven Universe have like their look up Rob Sugar on YouTube. You will not be disappointed.
I will.
His
'cause
dad, he's like, hey guys, my daughter gave me this new track to upload. And it's like ukulele versions, like her demo of all her hot songs. So Stronger Than You, the peanut butter song they were singing on when they were making sandwiches.
share this jam with me.
Yeah, come on and share this.
The jam with
He has like
me.
she has like ukulele versions of all of those songs, and it's like heartwarming because you hear them in a different way. Like, did you watch Guava Island?
Rob Sugar.
Did you watch Guava Island by Childish Gambino and Rihanna?
Yes, I did see that.
Yeah, it's like This Is American Guava Island. He completely reinvented that song for that video, and it made me want to listen to that version by itself.
I'm gonna go listen to that now. Oh, I mean, I'm gonna go look at Rob's Sugar stuff because that sounds great.
It's honestly like if you're in a bad mood, you just want to chill out. Rob Sugar's page, go to uploads and hit play.
Or just go watch Steven Universe.
That too. That finale was dope. The fact that they got like Disney
This
animators.
show is dope.
The fact that they got Disney animators for that scene where they're like jumping around with the pink Steven and he legit was dying when she ripped the gem out of him.
Your spoilers here for people who haven't watched it.
If you haven't watched it by now, it was on Twitter. Like I had to go see the episode.
I can't wait for the movie that's coming
The
out.
movie's
That's what I
coming
really
and
want to
apparently
see.
another season. I want to see what that's about. So, yeah, the fact that
Maybe that'll give you what their next arc will be about.
apparently I want to know because who's even left to fight. But yeah, apparently they got like animators from like old '90s Disney's films, like Lion King and stuff, to do the scene where they're dancing around White Diamond.
Mhm.
I legit thought Pink was gonna come out when they finally ripped it. I thought maybe they were two halves of the same gem,
Nah.
and that when Steven gets poofed, his mom takes over. When she gets poofed, because honestly that was my prediction. They would go that dark route. He gets poofed.
Dude, that was the biggest fan theory ever. Just
I thought he was gonna get poofed. Pink comes back. In order to get Steven back, you got to poof her, and they would honestly somebody would have to take her out, like willingly, and they'd have like a friendly fight to see if they could stand now without their leader.
yeah, that would
That would have been like a heartbreaking thing. But the fact they went the route of him like slowly, like his body is shutting down and begging for her to give him back his diamond,
Yeah.
and then he finally gets it back, and then the whole she's gone thing that moved me emotionally. But yeah, so first cartoon crush, number 3 and number 4, video game crush, Rouge the Bat, anime crush, Ulrich and Yumi.
And I said Steven Universe and the Steven Universe. Oh, Ruby and Sapphire.
All right, I don't know if you've seen Twitter lately. There's been this weird stream of like anime like ads that have been showing up, like the My Hero Academia versus Pizza La Japan stand.
I didn't see that one, but I saw the One Piece one finally.
Like the One Piece ones keep showing up on my feed, and I'm like, what am I missing here?
It's the cup noodle thing.
That was a weird ad for noodles. If you watch it in its entirety, it's like this weird.
I
Like,
thought Chopper and Zoro looked weird.
the
not
whole
Zoro.
animation style is it's like this. It's one of those weird like, I don't want to say flamboyant, but it's one of those weird like
realistic things. Like they try to make.
realistically like this is built for fangirl type animations. Like these are the type of animations you see on male waifu pillows that girls pick up at conventions.
Yeah, that's about right.
So you had My Hero Academia
Yeah,
with
that's
the
about
pizza
right.
with the pizza thing, and then you had One Piece and Coca-Cola.
They had Coca-Cola too.
Luffy legit just drinks it with his crew, and then it's like something in Japanese, Coca-Cola, and then just holds up the Coke at the end of the ad.
Well, I'll be damned.
And then One Piece anime and Twitter, I'm feeling a mighty thirst.
Huh. I like that.
I like it. It's
that's
just,
different.
It's just
I
weird
like
that there's
that.
like this string of international ads. So then yeah, you had the cup noodle. That's Mihawk. That's technically Mihawk beating Zoro in like a kendo. That's Mihawk beating Zoro in a kendo tournament.
I did like it how he was in the bathroom and he had like all 3 kendo sticks in his mouth. He was just
Yeah.
like, I was just like
I
that was nice.
confused.
That was
I was
lit.
like, is this what? Then when he did the 3 sticks, I'm like, okay, so this is Zoro. So then you have
You couldn't tell by the green hair?
I was confused. I just saw one because One Piece didn't make it. They just retweeted it. Like all these ads were retweets from them. So it was all I understood in English was #Hungry Day. So I'm like, okay, so that's Mihawk beating him in the tournament, and then he's holding up his sword or kendo stick, which for some reason I guess no school personnel ever monitors Japanese rooftops because everyone just hangs out there.
That's the hot spot apparently.
Bleach, High School of the Dead.
You know,
What is another Kakaishi?
what is it? I feel like they've done that in Naruto. No, actually, no. They have their team meetings up there. Actually, in Naruto.
They're up there with their teachers, so that's one thing.
Yeah, but they just love rooftops. Like I don't. What is it? Slam dunk. They had like full on brawls up there, and not one teacher came to stop that.
Okay, which one? Slam Dunk.
That was the first original basketball anime.
So which one should I start with? That or Kuroko?
Okay, you said it right. Wait, Kuroko. Like Kuroko. Damn you! Stop saying it weird.
I just say it like I hear other people in Japan say Kuroko no basket. Yeah.
Kuroko. Damn you! I can't say it right now. But the that one I watched first, but it's just literally basketball anime, just with two different animations.
One of my friends hit me up and was like, "You need." It's like you're
Kuroko.
It's like, look, Mr. Anime head ass, you need to go ahead and watch Hajime no Ippo. I'm like,
yes.
I was like, maybe because I was gonna do Kuroko and Megalo, but I'm like, maybe I'll start with
Hajime first.
I'll
Hajime
start with
first.
the OG sports animes, and then I'll move on to Megalo and Kuroko.
Okay, this is what you can do.
And I want to get back to Prince of Tennis because for an anime, that show actually made tennis interesting.
All right, what you're gonna do is you're gonna do Hajime and Kuroko, and no, wait. Yeah. Do Hajime and Kuroko at the same time, and do Slam Dunk and Megalo at the same time. That way you're not tired of. You get tired of each. I think Kuroko goes 4 seasons. Yeah, 4.
Now that
maybe.
I'm done with Community, which mixed feelings, but I think that was like the last show that took every risk comedically. Because, I mean, they had to deal with Childish Gambino leaving and going to do Atlanta and stuff like that, which I can't wait for season 3. I hope it's not the last one because that dude does nothing for too long. But that show took a lot of risk comedically that could have gotten them, like, flamed, and I love them for it.
Oh, so they almost pulled the South Park then.
Basically, but South Park has been known for being offensive since the first episode. So you can't even... If you get mad at South Park in 2019, that's on you. But yeah, like that last shot where like Luffy has the noodles in his hand, getting back to the ad topic was just weird. Like, so people are like, can we get a full movie of this animation? I'm like, I don't feel like there'd be much action. I feel like there'd be a lot of drama and like tears and relationship stuff with this.
Yeah, I wouldn't want that. That's not something I would look
And then
forward
apparently
to.
there's like anime themed islands now. So you get Monkey D. Luffy Island will be appearing in Tokyo Bay this summer.
So is it supposed to be like a theme park or something?
A theme park, or the whole island will just be decked out in One Piece statues? I don't even know.
You know they have a Naruto theme park over
I
there.
saw that. Apparently it's going to be like, that might be the same park. They might just remove the Naruto stuff and put up One Piece.
No, I wouldn't think they'd do that.
I mean, it's Japan. They do what they want. Yeah, this part of the city and Kanagawa-based Company Triangle's collaboration project with the One Piece anime franchise's 20th anniversary, named Yutakajima 2019 Manatsu no Monkey D. Luffy. Party Island Monkey D. Luffy in English. So Sahima...
So it's kind of like a Pokemon Pikachu stadium thing. Like they have over there, like the whole stadium dedicated to Pikachu.
Yeah, so Sarushima is the only natural island in Tokyo Bay. Between the end of Edo period and the World War II period, it was used by Japanese Navy and Army as a strong point to defending against enemy attacks in the bay. The island is now maintained by Yokosuka City and has become one of the popular sightseeing spots in the area. So, 12 life-size statues of the One Piece characters will be placed. Various famous scenes from the anime will be recreated with augmented reality. Replica part of the Going Luffy Senpai ship will be built. Giant panel of the Kobun Sakazuki will be set up for the photo shootings. Sarujima Ocean Kitchen restaurant will offer collaboration menu including special barbecue dish. So we get to try Sanji's cooking.
If we go all the way to Tokyo.
Also, I find it weird that my other person finds it weird that what was I thinking of? Yeah, Sanji always talks about not wanting to fight with his hands because chefs can't keep their hands dirty. His hands are constantly in like dirt, sand, mud, and all kinds of gravel and stuff when he has to kick.
I think he means it like in a symbolism way, like
maybe just as a kid with that weird voice actor that they had.
because there was one time he used his hands. That was against the noodle guy in the Enies Lobby arc on the water train.
Right.
So he used his knives instead of his feet that time.
Yeah, I mean I'm talking like bare fist though. So it's weird. Like as a kid, it was weird hearing that logic, but I'm like, your hand has literally gone in sand and alabaster, dirty foot mud covered wood on everyone's ship.
That iconic scene with him and Mr. 2, where they were just like on their hands, like spinning, kicking each other.
Yeah, that's sand and alabaster with Mr. 2.
No, they were on the boat. They were on
Were they?
the straw. They were on the straw hat boat at that time. That was. Oh man, I love that. I'm gonna go rewatch that. That was a great scene.
He was an unlockable character in I think One Piece Grand Battle, like the first PS2 game.
Mr. 2.
Yeah, with the 4Kids dub. The anime didn't get that far.
I don't know why the hell they made him country.
He was a weird. I didn't feel like that was country.
Yeah, it was
My
like
smile is soiree. Okay, maybe that was a little bit.
Yeah,
He had like a little Nas X-ish type thing going on.
Exactly. I was like, where in the hell did that come from?
I felt like for what his character was, I felt like that was decent. Honey, my name is Mr. Like the more when I hear it in my head, it doesn't sound as country. When I say it out loud, I see what you mean.
It was full blown country.
I can transform into anyone I want to, and if you get a hit with my smiling swan soiree,
they made him country.
You get hit with my smiling swan soiree, it's over for you, honey.
This is why they make fun of 4Kids. This is why they make fun of English dub.
I saw one photo today, or it's been in my group chat the last couple of days. It's like, nah, but low key, Bandit Keith and Yu-Gi-Oh was wild, and it's a card game, fam. And he had when he jumps out of the stage and Yu-Gi-Oh, the American dude.
Oh, okay.
With the bandana, when he jumps
the one that
out,
plays the dice.
No, that's Dual Dice Monsters or Dungeon Dice Monsters. That's a different dude.
Okay.
I think his name is Dice. Bandit Keith was a dude who was like just screaming Murica, and what I now
the guy with the blonde hair.
What I now understand is a Japanese cartoon, their version of us. He had an American flag bandana on all the time.
Yeah, he was the one that
biker
Pegasus
jacket and
fight.
a red T-shirt.
Yeah, I remember
some biker
him.
pants and cowboy boots, and he always rode a motorcycle.
They could have kept him in the Shadow Realm, to be honest.
Okay, remember when he gets pissed off at Pegasus and jumps out?
Yeah.
Like, you're cheating me, old man. And he puts him through a trap door. 4Kids censored it. He legit held a gun to Pegasus's head. Like, he had a whole 9mm he pulled out of his pants. So the meme was like, yo, Bandit Keith was wild and fam. This is a kid's card game. and the scene where, like, Kaiba gets kicked out of Kaiba Corp and breaks in to steal, I think, his blue eyes back. And then the two guards run in and he jumps out the window. The guards had guns. They weren't aggressively pointing at him.
Dude,
because as a kid, I'm like, why did he jump out a window?
You
could have just hit him with the suitcase. And then when you watch the regular dub, I'm like, okay, they had pistols.
Dude, they'd be so boring over here because, like, they took down. They have a whole Pokemon episode where they had a gun introduced. Like, this is their original
the
Pokemon.
Safari Zone episode.
Yeah, where Ash caught like a million Tauros.
Soldier Porygon and whatever episode where James
had the boobs. Yes,
that was which they never explained how. I've seen bits and pieces of that episode. Those three got. Well, the Porygon episode is because 800 Japanese kids got seizures on a Saturday morning.
That makes sense.
So hospitals there must have been flooded.
That makes sense. That I wouldn't.
I don't blame him for that. The Tauros, because I was always wondering, like, I think the first or second Pokemon movie where all the Tauros came from, and to find out that the episode got cut because they used guns. Also, speaking of censorship, Sonic X, which I found out they censored some heavy parts. Like, I didn't understand the last season with the Metarex and where they went to Sonic's universe and they were fighting, like, in the spaceships and stuff. Apparently, the girl Molly dies at the end of the show, but they censored it to where the girl, she charges in the battle, she gets blown up, and then that's when Shadow comes in and is like, you gave everything, so I'll do the same. And uses his powers to basically end the whole army. In the 4Kids dub, she just goes, I'll fight too, charges in, and then she just cuts off screen. And then Shadow's like, I'll join you, Molly. You don't even realize that she's dead. Wow. Even though they show Shadow at her grave at the end of the show.
Wow.
Speaking of, Shadow, I think he was also a MegaCon pickup for me last year.
No, and then another famous 4Kids censored the hell out of One Piece because Nami used to be wearing some
skimpy outfits, yeah. Some skimpy carnival type outfits.
And they just put a whole bunch of clothes on her. I'm just like, really, guys? Like,
they don't even try in the new era. Like the post time skip One Piece, they don't put any censorship whatsoever. They put a shine to it for fan service.
I mean, what's called in one of the latest chapters, like they dropped their towel, and I was just like, well, we're not gonna see that in the anime.
Remember the happiness punch in Alabasta? That was like infamous for a while. And they said, I'm charging you all $10,000 a piece. If I flash out, my broke ass, as much as she charges him already, I'll be like, nope, sitting back down. Plus, Mr. 2 literally did this for you like 30 episodes ago.
This is
I
true.
mean, that was still a dude, but whatever.
Oolong did it first, though.
Hence why I say for everyone in Dragon Ball, when it comes to Bulma, everyone's hit it or seen it already. If you think about it, Vegeta is Kanye, goes and wipes Bulma, and literally you were getting Yamcha's sloppy seconds. How do you, as much as we make fun of him, he always has that one up, and I feel like that is a joke they could use
But see,
eventually
the
in the
thing
future.
was, she dumped him when he died. So it's like,
Sounds like a Kim K move. Oh, you're on crack now? Bye, Lamar Odom. I mean, that was a different sister, but still.
I mean, that's technically a right. If you're on crack, I mean, I'm gonna leave my chick if she's on crack. I don't care.
I'm pretty sure. The thing is, you notice most of those people don't start suffering in sports or in drugs until they're around that family. Kris Jenner just has this all like a mass.
I mean, Travis Scott is doing great.
Travis has caught some flack lately thanks to them.
No, but he still beat it.
He beat it, but there's still some people upset with him about the whole Super Bowl thing.
But he donated to the charity.
But the thing is, though, when he did it and was like, oh, yeah, I talked to Cap's people. They said they're cool with it. And Cap came out and was like, that nigga never called me. What the hell?
I'm gonna have to do research on that part.
I had to look up. It didn't make headlines, which surprisingly, because Sweet Victory took over headlines for that one. I'm not saying I'm mad at it, but you could have saved him for sicko mode for afterwards.
I don't know. I'm over here like I really don't see the issue about it. I know Travis Scott understands he's doing what he can. It was a great opportunity for him, and he chose to give all the money that he would have made for it straight to charity.
Yeah,
so I was
every
just like,
performance that weekend went to charity. Like everyone was mad at Cardi B for hanging with I think the owner of the Eagles, but all that money went to charity. But whatever.
But you know where you can talk about this stuff and more? 60-minute suspension.
True, tonight. Well, because of where we're recording. But what else? Oh yeah, so back to Sonic censorship. So Sonic is now delayed, which I'm not mad at, to Valentine's of 2020.
I really don't even care.
Were you just not a fan of the franchise or the movie?
I like Sonic, but not that much to be like, oh, live action. To me, and maybe we could talk about this later on in another episode of Anime Club, but I'm not really a big fan of live action movies.
That's fair. Okay, I saw a tweet earlier. It was either a screenshot you sent me or someone sent me, where I think the Japanese people who had like handled all like the legal issue, they're like, to this day we regret not having paying the 5 billion yen, which I don't know how much that converts to an American. Had they paid it, they would have had, I think, overseeing of the script of Dragon Ball Evolution, and they could have approved. Ooh. They would have had rights to approve and disapprove what could and could not come out of that film.
And you see that.
And instead, they were just like, you know what, do what you want. We'll see how it turns out.
And see that, even though I haven't seen the movie, like that is one of the main reasons why I couldn't watch. Good job. Watch a live action, because that's just no.
They betrayed us. Avatar: The Last Airbender. Which,
see, that was trash.
See, apparently I found out the budget for Avatar Season 4, which would have been book air, went to the movie. They put all assets in the movie. The movie tanked. And I feel like honestly, as much content as Avatar is, it feels like that show was way too long to only have been 3 seasons. Like, as much content as we got.
Really 3 seasons?
Yeah, there's only 3 seasons. Like, if you look at the box set, it's only like this big.
You sure they didn't do air? I feel like they did all of the
I feel like they
elements.
did water, earth, and fire, and there was supposed to be a season 4, and they said, hey, we have a live-action movie.
Air was the first season. That's when they found Aang.
I thought they did water.
Because water came after that, because that whole arc of them like finding Aang, that was 1 season. Then they found the waterbender. Then they found Toph. And then, what was it? Then there was the end game with the Fire Nation and stuff. I'm pretty sure that Air was the first one.
I'm trying to find.
Because they had 4 seasons. It was 4 books. Yeah.
They only had 3. I'm telling you, look at it right now. Like this, that is it. That is the box set. That is the complete season, the complete series. Right there. Look how little that box is.
Dude, if they did that to us, that is.
It's crazy though. If you think about how much they jam packed. But yeah, Sonic has moved to 2020. I'm excited because the last time Sonic got delayed, we got Sonic in Brawl, and he had the most badass entrance out of any Smash Brothers characters I've seen so far.
Oh, it's Oh, you know what I got mixed up with? Korra.
I didn't finish Korra.
Question.
Go for it.
Why was he the last airbender? Because, like, I remember he learned all the other elements.
Okay, so...
But why couldn't anyone else learn air?
You ever seen The Prince of Egypt?
Yes. Do you know about Itachi in Naruto?
No.
Okay, so have you seen The Prince of Egypt? Basically how Pharaoh was like, there's going to be a boy born at this time, and he's gonna be the one to overtake me. Kill all the boys in the kingdom. That way we can get rid of him. So Fire Lord Ozai, basically, or not Ozai, whoever was the Fire Lord at the time, was the Fire Lord at the time, realized, hey, the next Avatar, the Avatar has died. The next Avatar is going to be an Airbender. The Avatar is probably the only one who can stop the plans that we have scheduled for like the next 100 years or so, and would F up our entire plans. Kill all the Airbenders, and then we know the next one will be either, I think it goes air, water, fire, earth. I think they were like, if we kill like the next 1 or 2 Airbenders, eventually one of them will be the next Avatar.
No, it's earth then fire because Roku was fire.
So yeah, they're like, if we kill the next Airbender and then we kill the next or the next Earthbender who's an Avatar, the next Avatar will be a Firebender, and we can have that as part of our army.
No, when you kill the Avatar, I think like that.
They get reincarnated as the next.
No,
the
I think
next
that
element.
I think that like stops the line. I think
No, that's if you
kill him in the Avatar state.
Yeah, kill him in the Avatar state. When Aang died, rotated and it went to Korra. Korra was a waterbender, but she knew at age like 3, I have all these elements, and she mastered them as a kid. Kind of like how Gohan and Trunks was Super Saiyan. So basically, the Fire Lord was like, if we kill at least 1 or 2 Avatars, if not 3, we'll eventually have one under our ranks, and we'll be unstoppable, and he won't get in our way. So when he comes to Earth 100 years, he basically gets caught in a storm, I think 100 years ago.
Yeah,
the only way he knew how to save himself was to activate like his freezing powers. So when he wakes up, he didn't mean to go to sleep for 100 years, but he basically wakes up and finds out everyone was dead because they hunted all your people down looking for me.
Yo, that episode was like a real powerful episode. The storm,
Yeah,
when they went into that.
Yeah, and when he finds the corpses of all his like friends and family. So
that show was a low-key hitter. Like
so that was basically it. The Fire Lord realized if I get rid of him now as a kid, he can't stop me. If I get rid of a couple more, he'll be mine. And that's basically how the whole show kicks off.
I really missed that show. I remember when I
didn't watch Korra. I know people were pissed off at the ending or whatever because of the whole.
Because
when I finished season 1, she was dating what's his face, and then when I finished I saw the ending of season 3, and it was like, Korra's a lesbian. I'm like, what'd I miss?
Well, they said that. Well, the writers always said that was the original plan. That was always what they had in mind.
Yeah,
they always had subtle things in there, and when you go to watch it back, maybe you'll see it.
Oh, yeah,
I don't know.
Nicktoons has like whole shipping art that they sell of them on their Facebook page now.
Yeah, but what was it? I feel like the reason Korra didn't really get over, in my opinion, is just I don't know. Maybe she was just too obnoxious.
The problem with Korra is that whenever we saw a character die in Avatar, it was always kind of like they got crushed under rocks, and it happened like nothing too violent to where you saw them directly die. It always happened off screen, or they went peacefully in their sleep or something. Korra legit blew 2 people up at the end of her first season, and it was deemed too violent for kids.
She didn't blow them up.
I mean, the show itself. Remember, the dude basically commits suicide because he realized his brother is not going to stop.
But see, that to me was pretty cool. I didn't mind that part. I just feel like.
But remember, we grew up with it. Now there's a new generation of us as elementary school kids watching.
But yeah, it was still failing when we were watching it because it was just it just didn't click with everybody. It was just this isn't.
So it didn't. What helped it not click was the fact that when the dude struck the gasoline and killed him and his brother, basically to take both of them out of the world and not cause any more problems from their family, the Nicktoons basically decided this is kind of too violent for kids. We're going to stream it online on our website only. Didn't tell anybody, so I didn't even know Korra had a finale until the finale came out. And then they're like, guys, all of our seasons of Korra are Nicktoons. And I'm like, I thought the show just got canceled.
Yeah, but even when you watch it, it's just there's still some the emotion and the character development and everything like that. It was just
I've heard when they brought, it's kind of like Boruto. All the best parts of Korra come from the OG characters.
Yeah.
Like when they're on screen, apparently Zuko's fight with the fire chick who can, I think, bend fire without moving, with straight brain power.
Oh, the guy, the combustion man.
Yeah, there's a girl who eventually I think gets killed in battle, and her boyfriend loses his shit, and apparently he's a crazy fire. So there was more, because they got moved to online only. They got not super graphic for a kid show, but they took liberty with character deaths and relationships in the show, and people appreciated them for it. But as far as overall Korra as a whole, people just didn't take to her well, and that's just it. That's not their fault. That's just how TV goes.
I don't feel like that was the issue, but we can talk about that.
All right, so next week, what do we got? We got the Pokemon press conference for Sword and Shield.
Yep.
Which, when I get more money or a steady paying job, I'm going to go ahead and pre-order that. I see good things. So what did you want? The Goblin Slayer's got an OVA coming out?
Yeah, but like I said, we can talk about all that next week. So make sure you come back and see us.
I'm just going down the list of what we got for next week.
Okay, so
So Persona 5's got a new character.
yes,
People
lovely.
getting shiny lappers, the Goku versus Vegeta discussion, the Gohan versus Kaba, which I think his episode was this last weekend. And Akira Toriyama has officially been nominated for the Eisner Award, so Comic-Con Hall of Fame.
Woohoo!
So this has been Anime Club. You guys have us all our social media and Amplified Network, Facebook, Twitter, Google Plus, Twitch, all that ish. I think we're on every single platform.
Yeah.
Basically, you can't miss us if you tried. Follow us, like us, retweet us, hit us with your questions. If you're watching on YouTube, feel free to comment. We will get back to you. We got other shows we got to do tonight. So I'm Tafari, Vance.
Yee.
We out.
Bye.